Hi everyone, so for both foundations I will be using the Covergirl TruBlend Business Base Primer, and I'll also be applying foundation with my Real Technique sponge. I also use 2 pumps of foundation on each side because I'm full coverage kind of girl, and my Real Technique sponge did soak up some of the product as any sponge would. So before we get into comparisons, please like and subscribe. And let me know if you'd like to see a wear test, because I'd be more than happy to do that for you. I applied the MAC Studio Fluid Fix Foundation on the left side of my face. It wasn't a good match, so the shade that I am currently using is NW40. I'm about an NC42 or an NC45. NW40 appears a lot more darker on my face and doesn't quite match my chest, which is how I like to match my foundations. However, that it is a good foundation for the summer or for those days that I don't really want to color correct, because it doesn't leave grayness around my mouth area. So the shade, like I said, doesn't match. However, it did cover up my pores. I did also find that my freckles were covered up really well. My nose was drier, and the foundation definitely broke around my mouth area, but that's maybe because I used 2 pumps of the MAC foundation. With this primer in particular that I am using, adding another moisturizer or just moisturizer on top of the primer or before primer makes the foundation appear really splotchy on my face. So I kind of just had to remove the whole moisturizing portion out of this review. However, that being said, I definitely feel that this is going to settle in really well, because initially my skin is typically drier whenever I first apply foundation, but then it settles in really well throughout the course of the day because my skin is so oily. And yeah, all my makeup applied really well actually on this side using the MAC, nothing really patched up. Now let's talk about the CoverGirl foundation. I applied this on the right side of my face. I did use the shade T60. It wasn't a really good match. I feel like T30 would be the right shade for me. It is a lot more yellow, however, I feel that yellow undertones work really well with my skin tone because my chest is definitely a lot more yellower than my neck. This foundation is very light to medium in coverage in contrast to the MAC Studio Fix foundation, which is more of a full coverage foundation. That being said, I definitely saw texture after applying 2 pumps, slightly more than the MAC Studio Fluid Fix side, but there were no problems applying the rest of my makeup on. My forehead was definitely drier, but I don't know if the foundation caused it. I feel like I just have generally very dry skin when I first apply makeup on. But then, throughout the course of the day, it does get hella oily and the makeup tends to settle in really well. And then definitely it was a lot more drier around my mouth area. So what I would recommend doing is maybe using a MAC Fix Plus before applying your foundation on, or just maybe moisturizing something on and maybe perhaps using a different primer. With me particularly, the Hourglass Mineral Veil works really well, and it doesn't interfere with my moisturizers or my oils prior to applying the primer. So I hope that helps you out. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching, and with that, I will see you very, very soon.